Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, and welcome to the home of every Barcelona lover, where we are going to be discussing on some interesting developing stories. We are going to start with this report from Mundo Deportivo claiming that Barcelona are currently keeping tabs on 5 centre-backs over a summer move. We are going to be discussing much on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Manchester United midfielder Paul Pogba, report from Jets, they are still claiming that Barcelona are still considering a bossman move for the Manchester United midfielder. We are going to be discussing much on that as well. So guys, as we get right into it, please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Give this video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. Barcelona are looking to bring in at least one new center defender in the upcoming summer transfer window, with Gerard Piqué entering the final phase of his career and there being no assurances over the futures of Clement Lenglet and Samuel Umtiti. Barca will need to add fresh faces to their defensive department before the next season. And Mundo Deportivo is now reporting that Barcelona have as many as 5 centre-backs on their agenda as they look to reinforce their defensive department in the summer. Chelsea duo Cesar Azpilicueta and Andres Christensen are two of the names that Barca are looking at. Both are in the final few months of their contracts with the reigning European and World champions and would arrive on a free transfer. Christensen has been in fine form for Chelsea this term and has his best years in front of him. Azpilicueta, meanwhile, would add value with his versatility and experience. There have been reports claiming that Barcelona are close to finalizing deals for the duo. The third name on Barcelona's defensive transfer wish list is Napoli centre-half Kalidou Koulibaly, a proven top-quality defender with years of experience at the highest level. The 30-year-old is entering the final year of his contract with Napoli, and Barcelona wish to take advantage. However, Napoli president has slapped a €70 million valuation on the Senegalese international, which will make the transfer a distant possibility. Another Serie A defender on the radars of Barcelona is Juventus ace Matej Delic. The Dutchman has been a target for Barca ever since he enjoyed his breakthrough at Ajax, and the club even made attempts to sign him before his move to Turin. While it is believed that he is looking for a change of scenery next summer, Delic, would not come cheap, with a release clause in excess of €100 million embedded in his contract. Finally, Barca are also looking at Sevilla defender Jules Koundé as a possible candidate to strengthen their backline next summer. The 23-year-old is one of the best in his position in La Liga and has been on Xavi's radar for a while. However, Chelsea and Real Madrid are also in contention to sign Koundé, while he also has a very steep release clause, which could hinder Barcelona's pursuit. All these defenders are good. I must admit, they are good defenders, reliable defenders that if Barca can get any of them, it will make sense. But just two of them are free agents by June. Andres Christensen, Cesar Azpilicueta, and to be realistic, to be honest, those are the only options that Barca will likely have, in the summer, because we talk about Jules Koundé, a lot of money that they are asking. Matej Delic of Juventus, a lot of money that they are asking. And of course, talking about Kalidou Koulibaly of Napoli, a lot of money, which Barca, as things stand, cannot even match that valuation. But still yet, the rumor mill still bring the news of Barca eyeing them, despite the fact that their release clause are quite heavy. And it's not going to be an easy thing for Barca to go for any of those defenders that have release clause that needs to be paid. But it kind of baffles me because Christensen will be a free agent, Azpilicueta a free agent. Why on earth will Barca be forcing a move for the other 3 defenders that have really huge asking price from their clubs? It is really difficult to see any deal even working out between Barca. and those other defenders that they need money, because Barca will not be able to match the valuation, except it's something around the region of maybe 30 million, 20 million. We can understand that, the board can do something, but none of them come cheap. Koulibaly, the president of Napoli, asking 70 million euros. Kunde, I think it's about 80 million euros in his release clause. Matic Delic, very, very high valuation as well, which is too much for Barca to even match. So I think the reality of thing is Barca will go for one of the Chelsea defenders. Christensen will be a free agent, and of course, even though we're getting reports yesterday how Barca are leading the race currently for Christensen ahead of Bayern Munich, who are also interested in him, it is very likely that Christensen make a switch. And also talking about Cesar Azpilicueta, Barca can still, very likely to bring him to the Camp Nou next season. And that's another player who is very versatile. He can play as a right back as well. So I don't think Barca are even seeing, Azpilicueta as that centre back option if he comes to the Camp Nou, but maybe playing right back, because we definitely need a right back next season. But notwithstanding, we need to go for a younger option. Maybe next season look for a future right back, because that right back role is very, very important for us to have, as well as the left back position as well. So we're going to see how the summer will play out. Then on to the next story of discussion. Spanish news outlet Feature Jazz is claiming that Manchester United midfielder Paul Pogba could be considered by the Barcelona board in the coming weeks. The World Cup winner fulfills his current Manchester United deal at the end of the season, meaning that he is currently free to sign a pre-contract agreement with a team outside of England. As of today, it's extremely uncertain whether the midfielder will, in fact, put pen to paper, but the likeliness of him leaving in the summer has more weight than the other. The entire situation is extremely complex, as the player himself hasn't uttered a word over a plausible extension. As on top of that, despite managing, to rekindle his form, United's interim manager Ralf Rangnick hasn't really managed to find a perfect place for Paul Pogba. In all fairness, it's the same issue Rangnick's predecessor Ole Gunnar Solskjaer struggled with him. Hence, the 28-year-old is more inclined on leaving the club. For every player running out of contract at the end of the season, a link with Barcelona is settled, and Pogba's situation is no different. But then again, Barcelona are and won't be the only team tapping his state of affairs, with Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain also credited with an interest. What gave these two teams an outright advantage is a better financial muscle, as Pogba is certain to ask for a matching salary, if not more, and for Barcelona to accommodate a figure of £350,000 a week simply means going through the process again and again. Some players will need to leave, while others will have to lower their wages. So since that's already been done, I don't think Barcelona wouldn't really, fall directly to Pogba's lap. This ideally means the chances of Pogba moving to either Real or PSG are more realistic than signing for Barcelona. And why on earth would Barca go for Pogba? We don't need midfielders, that's the honest truth. The midfield is very stocked. The midfield is very talented. What else do Barca want in midfield? So it is very unrealistic seeing Pogba at FC Barcelona. Even if it does, it wouldn't make, in fact, it makes no sense at all, because our problem now is not midfield. Our midfielders are in great form, in great shape. We have depth in the midfield. What we need to strengthen is defense. That's what we say each and every passing day. The defense is our problem. So whatever we have with midfielders being lame is just looking so unrealistic to me, and wouldn't be the best of decisions if Barca go ahead and bring in another midfielder, especially a central midfielder for that matter. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Make sure you leave your thoughts down below. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video, and also hope you did subscribe. If you haven't, please make sure to do so you stay up to date with the latest on FC Barcelona here on Viva Barca. Until next time, bye bye.